are you?
I am Ryan Russell.
Dr. Holly Mays.
And special guest today is
Jazzy Jabbar.
And Miss Jazzy, who are you?
I am a woman, a black woman. No, I'm an actress. I am a writer, a director. I have a production company with some fellow colleagues of mine. We're doing a few things.
In these streets.
In these streets. Once COVID lets up, you'll start seeing us a little bit more.
Wonderful. And as everyone know, I am the Dawn James Russell. Welcome back to Dallas Confidential Television. So I hope you guys are staying safe, out of the COVID, out of the protests, out of the looting, out of the rioting, but that you are definitely participating in hashtag George Floyd, hashtag Breonna Taylor, hashtag Christian Cooper, hashtag Ahmaud Arbery, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag Blackout Tuesday, hashtag...
A lot of hashtags.
Right, exactly. Hashtag let's get this right this time.
Right.
Okay, hashtag let's get this vote right? So we are talking about health versus wealth this week. So we've had some really, really great high up there topics the last few weeks, and this one is just as great, you guys. Don't be like, don't nobody want to talk about health. We're gonna put a great spin on health versus wealth. So what does that mean? Does wealth actually lead to a healthier life? Mm-hmm. So there's some critics out there that believe that if you got money, you're gonna eat better.
Right.
Right, like if you can afford better meals, then your body you'll have a better body, because if I can afford filet mignon, then because it's a leaner meat, Holly, Ryan, then of course I'm gonna be leaner in my body. Does it work like that? Is that actually true, that if I can afford lettuce wraps versus a cheeseburger at McDonald's, which costs $1, where a lettuce wrap costs $12, then I'm automatically going to be healthier? Does it work like that?
Not technically, because here's the deal: there's economic choices for anything that you want to do. Mm-hmm. So whether you want to eat what you call healthy or what, and we have to be very careful about when we say healthy, because there's a misconceived and a preconceived notion to eating healthy. We think that the alternative is healthy. We think, well, McDonald's is not healthy, but Subway is healthy, because it's the alternative to the choice.
Right.
But technically, they're both unhealthy. Mm-hmm. So we could simply say, oh, I'm eating healthier than I was. Mm-hmm. But when we really talk about being healthy, it's not an economical decision. It's just a choice. That's all it is. It's a choice. Whether you get organic lettuce or you get regular lettuce, it's a choice. Mm-hmm. They're both probably pennies off the price.
Right.
Whether you decide to eat strawberries rather than cookies, it's a choice.
Right.
Okay, so it's not, and I think that's the biggest thing we have to let people know, is that it's choice. It's not an economical decision. It's just a choice. Which one you want? You want the cookies or you want the strawberries? Which one you want?
Right. Yeah, that's true, because for me it's almost like looking at your body as an engine, and it's almost accustoming your lifestyle to what you want to invest in your body. Mm-hmm. So some things to where if you don't have the money to buy lean meat,
right,
you can eat chicken, because chicken is a good protein, doesn't have that many calories. Or if you choose to eat, you don't have to put seasoning on everything. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you can just eat something natural with some fresh vegetables grilled and just saute them with some chicken breasts. And that's like one of the best meals in the world. And you feel different, because it's almost like once you start eating better, you feel better.
Right.
And your whole lifestyle can change to where now you got more energy, you can work, you can hustle, you can get around like you're supposed to. And it's like, for me, my investment started early because I was an athlete. So in order to perform better, I had to eat better, I had to do better, my mindset. It's almost like you incorporate things in addition to everything else you do on a day-to-day basis.
What about you, Miss Jazzy? You looking really fit and trim in these streets. Like,
no.
So. Are
it's
you
also
wealthy?
Genetics? No. I think it also could be genetics. People can go their whole life eating chocolate every day and fried food every day and live to be hundreds of years old. And it has nothing to do with their economic status at all. And yes, of course, it's a choice between like strawberries and kiwi or cookies and cake. Right. And you obviously know the cookies and cake or more fatty.
Right.
But you know, in moderation, you can definitely have it, as well as eating strawberries.
Right.
Doesn't have to do anything with economic wealth. Now, when you are talking about McDonald's, of course, the dollar menu versus the $8 chicken wrap. That is, I mean, but they're both kind of unhealthy because it's McDonald's.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I eat whatever I want in the past, but the older I get, I start to eat more fresh veggies. I start to eat more fruit. I start to eat less fatty foods with all the trans fats and all the sugars and all those things.
Right.
Because that stuff starts to pack on you.
Yeah.
And I've been making pretty good money. So it has nothing I chose to eat those fatty things and gain the weight that I did. So that's my stance on it.
Yeah, I'll definitely tell you, restaurants know what they're doing. Consumers know what they're doing. I was out to eat the other day with my bestie, and I got a turkey club, right? And that already has lettuce and tomato on it. And it came with French fries. She's like, French fries or tater tots? I'm like, neither. Can I have Brussels sprouts? Can I have broccoli? Can I have a salad? She's like, oh, of course, $2.50 more.
Yeah.
They don't
Why
make it
am I
easy.
paying you $2.50 more for lettuce that cost you 14 cents and a tomato that cost you 7 cents? Why are the French fries and the tater tots free, but the lettuce and the tomato cost $2.50 more? And like, really, and my husband, he probably was like, "Oh my God, you're so confrontational all the time." And I'm not, but they know what they're doing
makes
because
sense.
they
Yeah,
know,
it makes sense.
right? They do
Yeah.
that, and it literally costs them more. I'm like, the potato cost you the exact same amount that lettuce and tomato cost you, but they know, because they know that people are trying to eat healthier. They are intentionally trying to come up on us, to make the dollar, because they know that people are trying to live a healthier life. So you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I will say that, especially in America, they know that we're trying to do better. They are trying to make a dollar. So when you say health versus wealth, society is trying to make a dollar. The lettuce wrap at McDonald's does cost $7.50, where the cheeseburger from that processed meat that probably came from the dead cow that had been sitting in the pasture for about 30 days is 99 cents, right?
Don't break my 4-year-old heart.
I'm sorry. Don't let her watch this show.
Right.
And so Holly and Ryan, because you guys are health buffs, what do you think about that? I mean, don't you think that the consumers are intentionally trying to make a profit right now? This is all about marketing, right? They're trying to come up on us right now.
Well, I think it depends on what company you're dealing with.
Okay.
Because there are companies that cater to vegetarians, cater to vegans, and they're not trying to come up. They just serving a normal menu, just like McDonald's will serve a normal menu.
They have 99 cents items on their menu.
But 99 cents, well, you have to understand why something is 99 cents. Okay, and that's not an economical situation, that's a process situation.
Okay.
So the thing about it is when you make a decision on eating better or eating a little bit better than what you're eating,
Okay.
you have to get yourself into a lifestyle, a routine.
Okay.
The lifestyle will minimize the economy or the economic value. If you sit up here and say, okay, my lifestyle is eating, when I bodybuilded and I did it for years, all I ate every single day, 6 times a day, was grilled chicken. What did baby cook? Grilled chicken, sweet potato, and maybe some spinach. And I drank 1.5 gallons of water. And I ate that 6 times a day, 6 days a week. And ate a big pizza on Sunday. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I promise you, my meal itself didn't cost me $3. You see, we make a choice to go out to eat. We don't have to. Right. So technically, they're not trying to come up on us. All they're doing is operating in business, which is what you do. You have a business. You are coming up on business. You buy something at wholesale and you sell it retail. Right. So that's what they're doing. But you could also learn to, say, for instance, you make shirts. So you could also, a person could learn to wholesale and buy it themselves, get a wholesale license. Right. A person could learn to do screen printing themselves if they wanted to. Right. So it depends on how if you really want this to be a lifestyle. Because technically, we don't eat out, me and my wife. She's a vegetarian. And me, the only time I eat out is when I go get Baby Nugget Happy Meals, and that's because that's just baby. All right? And that's really, we go out on a date night. But it just depends on what your lifestyle is. People that say it's economically depriving is the fact it's not your lifestyle. Right. That's really what. It's not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, they also say, Ryan, that if you can afford to eat out at the vegan spots, or if you can afford to pay the extra $2.50 for the salad on the side, right? That you live a more comfortable lifestyle. We hear all the time that people say, I have 5 kids at home, right? Or, I can't afford to pay the extra. That if you can, you're the wealthier person. What do you think about that? Do you feel that if you can afford to eat healthier, that you live on your middle class or higher? What are your thoughts about that?
I think it just depends, because even for me, I recall like my aunt, she, I think she's about 94, 95 years old, and she said she never ate out until she got 65 or 69, and she never got sick, she never had headaches, she never had any complications. She just ate food from her garden. So fresh vegetables, fresh foods, fresh milk, anything that's not processed or GMO or has chemicals in it, you can incorporate to your lifestyle. It just depends on, in addition to what I do on a regular daily basis, how much of an investment of my body is worth it. Because if you've seen, for me, I've seen older people go through diabetes, all these complications. Absolutely. And that was because, for me, early, I went to a school that had Muslims, and Muslims don't like pork. So they turned me away from pork early, but the rest of my family members ate like chitlins and neck bones and stuff that once I realized the harmful effects of it, it was like, okay, let me back away. And now as I'm older, I know people my age that have had complications, anything from like kidney failure to heart attacks at 40 years old.
Wow.
And back in the days, that wasn't even normal or even heard of unless you was stressed out or it was genetics. And for me, economically, I can get it to a certain extent, but you got to look at how these businesses, and for me over the years, I've seen how McDonald's Big Mac used to be big and a natural size hamburger, and now it's all about money, where the Big Mac looked like a chicken sandwich from Jack in the Box. And they've shown things, I think that documentary of, I forgot it was, where the dude ate McDonald's for 30 days.
It's called Food Inc.
Yeah.
Or
It's
a
called
game
Food Inc.
changer.
Yeah.
And he ate it for 30 days, and he literally, his blood pressure changed, his cholesterol level
But
changed.
we know that's going. I mean, let,
Yeah.
let's be clear on one thing when it comes to health versus wealth. Health is or the fitness industry is a $2.3 trillion a year business. Let's be very clear. So I don't think I'm knocking the fact that they decide they got a niche and they making bread on
realize
it.
that.
That's business. I'm a businessman, so I understand and recognize business.
Right.
But that has nothing to do with personal choice. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's where, when it comes to health, it's a personal choice. Because technically, like you mentioned, my mother had a garden. My mama didn't, and rest of, so if it wasn't for cigarettes, my mama probably lived to be 1,000 years old. You know, because she ate everything out of her garden. My grandmother ate everything out of her garden. Yeah, every now and then they might have went and got some fish from, JJ's or something. But it, that's not their daily lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas with us, the hustle and bustle and the go, fast food and restaurants are appealing to us because it matches our schedule.
Absolutely.
You know,
It's out of convenience.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But technically, let me say this, and I did some research on this. One, because I don't have a choice because my wife's a vegetarian, and we have to always look at vegetarian options. I don't know why, but we do. I hope she didn't hear that. It's So Vegan, okay, which is a popular Black-owned vegan restaurant in Grand Prairie. I sat down, and let me be very clear. I don't like vegan food. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Okay, because I don't like mushrooms.
Oh.
All right, and they had a seafood platter. Okay, all mushrooms.
Wait, how?
With another story. They had a seafood platter. I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. I took that seafood platter and I kept the receipt. Okay, that seafood platter cost me $12 something. Okay, now remind you, this is a vegan option.
Okay.
Completely psychologically healthy.
Got it.
I went to Mason's Catfish Spot right here on Hampton.
Okay.
Got the same seafood platter.
Got it.
Cost me $12 and something. Psychologically, society has made us feel like if you want to do better, it's going to cost you more.
Exactly.
That's why people don't do better, because it costs them more. But in reality, it didn't cost me, I think it was 12 cents, probably more.
Got it.
Maybe. And it was a healthier option.
Got
Okay.
it.
It's not, the money is never the issue, it's the choices we make.
Got it.
Okay, now, once again, if you want to go into, I will say this, if you want to go into things like organic and all of that from a store, you're probably going to pay a little bit more
did.
because of the way it's processed,
Oh, yeah.
because of the way it's processed, because of the way it's raised and grown.
Right,
And
absolutely.
it's a limited supply of it.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so that's why you're going to pay for anything there's a limited supply of. But if you go to the store and you say, well, I want 95%, well, not 93% lean meat as opposed to 85% lean meat, because of the processing of the lean meat and the rarity of it, it's going
Right.
to cost you a little bit more.
Right.
That's that price hike you guys see.
Right.
Because for me to keep that cow lean and to make sure its meat doesn't have GMOs, germs, bacteria, all these other things,
Right.
I have to take care of it more, which means I have to hire more people and do all of that. And by the time I get it to you, I got to charge you more
Right.
because of the process it took to get it to you that way.
Absolutely.
So-
So, I understand all that, Miss Jose, because
Do you have kids? I do not.
okay,
Hallelujah.
no children, so all your coins belong to you.
Yes.
I understand. So you're totally okay with walking into a restaurant saying, "Oh, this is $45. I got this. Can I have the?" You're that girl,
Filet
right?
mignon
We
with the
got it.
shrimp on the side.
With a bottle of,
Yes.
and I'll be ready for my dessert.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't mind paying for the best.
I do not.
Okay, so knowing that you will pay for the best, whether the best is healthy or not, you'll pay for it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have a lot of that. 47% of the economy say, no matter what the cost is, I'm willing to pay for it.
Right.
Okay,
No, absolutely.
so to our VIPs, we're going to take a commercial break. My question to you, you guys do a great job in responding to us, getting back to us. I need to hear from you. Do you measure your success based off of your pocketbook, the coins that you have? And if you do, how much is that? What does that look like? How much money do you need to have to, how much money is enough to feel like your success is, that you've hit that level of success? That's the question that I have. And I say that because are you there yet? Right? Have you hit that number?
Right.
Because if we're talking about health versus wealth, do you feel like you're there yet? And if it's not, how much more will it take? Because Jose being at 30, do you feel like you're where you need to be at 30? Or do you feel like, no, I still have some to go? You'll understand why I asked that question when we get back. So answer that for me. Chime in with us on Facebook Live. Are you where you need to be at the age that you are right now? Not looking at where you want to be 10 years from now, but where you want to be. Are you there? Chime in and we'll talk when we get back. Thanks.
First of all, I want to thank each and every person for joining us on Dallas Confidential TV. Listen, we talk about everything Dallas and in between. We want you guys to partner with us, and we want you guys to continue watching the show. You're more than welcome to do that via Cash App at Dallas Confidential TV. I want to give a shout out to all of our partners real quick. I want to say thank you to Rescue Me Podcast, which is hosted by our very own Don James Russell, discussing everyday relationship pitfalls to survive and thrive today's time. Catch it on Google Play Music, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Listen, I also want to give a shout out to Fitting Statements. Listen, it's creative gear to rep your career. Listen, y'all make sure y'all get in touch with them. They are repping a Father's Day sale. Father's Day, June 21st. Do not forget it. Make sure that you guys get your personalized shirt based on your career at Fitting Statements. I want to give a shout out to my very own Bishop Chronicles podcast with yours truly, Dr. Holly Mays. Listen, we talk about everything church related and religion related, but we go outside the box just a tad bit. Every Monday at 11 a.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Want to give a shout out to our co-host, another co-host, Shug's Pillow Talk. Listen with my man John Shug Johnson every single Thursday at 7 p.m. on Fishbowl Network. Y'all make sure y'all catch it, man. The man has an awesome show. Want to give a shout out to the one that's responsible for all the graphics, all the intro, the outro, everything you see. That's Miss Sophia Edwards over at JSC Productions. Listen, get in touch with her at 214-916-8657, or you can just email her at jscproductions@mail.com. And listen, if you are a business owner and you need some mentorship, you need some coaching, go over and get in touch with my lady, Miss Ebony Thomas, over at the Team of Money Coaches. You can get in touch with them via Facebook at Ebony Money Coach Thomas. Now, listen, guys, we hope you're enjoying the show called Health versus Wealth. Back to you, Don.
Thank you very much. Do you measure your success by money? And if you do you have that amount now? And if you don't, then what do you measure it by? Holly, what do you measure your success by?
My success? Are you talking about with health or wealth?
Anything. Do you measure your success by money? And if not, what do you measure it by?
No, I can't. No. You know what? That's a tricky question. I measure my success by my children.
That's a good one.
I got 4 boys now, and I have a young girl. And how they see me means more to me than how people see me. To my daughters, I'm Superman. That means more than anybody else thinking I'm Superman. That helps my character, my morals, and my ethics be at a level to where they can never be diminished or never be decreased. To my sons, I'm the CEO. I'm the guy that's doing everything. I'm this, that, and the other. So I want to keep that standard, and I want to be their hero, their mentor. So I develop success by their eyes. You know, my wife. Am I the best husband? Am I the best male? You know, am I the father figure? So I used to measure it by money. I did because that's what society wanted me to do.
That's
but when you don't have money and you grow up not having money and you know that it may not come anytime soon, you have to find other ways to pump you up to know that you mean more to society and your purpose is greater than just, things of monetary value.
perfect. Ryan, what about you? What do you measure your success by?
I measure my success based upon how many other people I can have an impact on their lives in addition to if I do come up, how many other people I can also have them bring them up as well.
That's good.
It's no
That's
good for me
man.
to be on top by myself if I can't help others to come along with me and be just as successful, if not do even better than I've done.
Right.
Just as far as like me being a husband, I try to make sure you're taken care of before any of my needs are met, because sometimes I find myself exerting energy for my kids, for my wife, for my household, for my parents, and then at the end of the day, then I do think about myself, but just seeing the joy I bring to you, my kids, my family, I get joy out of bringing other people joy.
That's good.
man.
Reach one, teach one. What you got, Miss Jabbar?
Well, I probably have an unpopular answer,
That's
but
No, I mean,
but
you good.
honestly,
Hey.
me personally being the millennial that I am, and what I see on social media and what I see going on in the world, it's based off of wealth and popularity.
Hey,
To
the
me
truth
personally,
is the truth, right?
I mean that to me personally, like I don't have kids, so of course, like I can't be like, well, I feel successful because of this person feels this
Absolutely.
way about me.
Yeah.
It's more about like how everybody feels about me. Like that's how, like, oh, you want people to pump you. You want people to pump you up and say you're successful because you did this,
Right,
this.
right.
And sometimes that's how people measure their things. It's not. Sometimes people don't have enough in them to feel like they're successful.
Absolutely.
They
Right,
need
right.
that outward.
Absolutely.
That-
External motivation.
There you
Confirmation.
go.
Of course.
Motivation.
Yeah, and
Of
there's
course.
nothing wrong with that. You guys were you grew up in a society where you guys were raised like by the village, right? And the village were your peers,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? And so you were raised by, hey, we're going to do this as one, right? Collectively. That's how what's happening right now in the street is happening because you guys do it as one. That's how all of this is happening. If it was not for the millennials, this would not be happening. So trust me, more power to y'all. As we were watching last night on CNN, Jennifer Lewis said to the millennials, us 70-year-olds, we're with you. If it was not for you, us 70-year-olds would not be able to do what you guys are doing. But just know we support y'all, right? So trust me, that was the generation you were raised up in. You guys raised each other like y'all are. that's just how y'all work. So don't feel bad about that. So yeah, we do.
Yeah,
what
I
we
mean,
do.
it is what it is.
Yeah, we do what we do because our friends are watching.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I picked my outfit out because Keisha ain't finna be having talking crazy about me today.
Exactly.
Okay? Right. Keisha ain't weak said I look crazy in the streets today. So okay. Can your diet really help you with your mood? Okay, and what you eat and what you drink, does it really affect your mood? And can you be depressed based off of what you put in your body? The answer is yes. The foods that we eat and what we drink affect us, and I don't mean weed and alcohol. I mean just every
throw that in there
day-
too.
Weed and alcohol.
Because that's processed by the body just like food is.
Yeah, right.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Weed and alcohol, which I think we know that, but
Yeah,
we do that for different reasons.
We right.
I'm with you.
We intentionally do that to
Right.
affect us.
Yeah.
Right?
That's on purpose.
That's on
That's on
purpose.
purpose. Okay, I got you.
Right.
I got
But
you.
your everyday, just what you eat, right? We go to McDonald's, we go to Sonic, we go to
Just
Del
Wendy's,
Frisco's.
Del Fri-
When just,
ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
Even when you eat expensive or you eat cheap, it
Right.
affects everyday moods, right?
It does.
Sometimes you just eat and you're like, oh.
Can I talk about that?
Yes, that's what we're talking
So
about.
let me
right.
say this because that's so I have clients and that ask me this question, and y'all probably have heard this. Why do I get the itis?
You know that's what you call
right.
it.
The itis, all right? And for those that don't know what the itis is, it's when you get sleepy after eating something, okay? So it's very important that we understand what that is because you talked about depression. And people don't understand the transition and the transport that food takes through your liver and out your body. And the length of time it takes for it to do that and the stress that it calls on your body. So let me explain something real quick. So when you eat, you have to understand the body calorically can only take so much. And when I say so much, we're talking about process and utilize at one time. Anything that it cannot utilize at that particular time, we consider that excess,
Okay.
which is held in the liver, okay? Which is why, thank God, that the liver is regenerative. Okay, because of the storage capacity that it has to have. Now, watch this now. When you go to a restaurant, you have to understand that no restaurant is feeding you one portion. They're feeding you two portions. Okay? So when you eat, your body has a caloric intake and usage value of at least 2,000 calories. When you exceed 2,000 calories, your body puts a hold on it and says, wait just a second, we got to slow you down. We have to process this. The body can only recover, process, and utilize materials at rest. Which is why when you get sick, your doctor says, hey, go home and get some rest. Because your body recovers and recuperates and regenerates at rest. So when you eat all those calories and your body is trying to regenerate it, it's trying to do it at rest. But you're trying to still go on with your day-to-day activity, but your body is saying, I need you to be at rest. That's why you get tired, because your body psychologically and neurologically and anatomically and physiologically is trying to say, lay down so I can regenerate your body so that we can start utilizing these foods that you've eaten. Now, watch this. When you wake up, for instance, say you go to sleep and you doze off and you wake up and your body still does not use the calories that you're asking it to use, neurologically it sends a signal to your brain that says weak. It says weak. Now, depression, and if you mixed it to mental health, is a weaker situation. You are at a weakened state. Food can make you weakened because it's in excess. And watch this, it doesn't do your body good. Okay? So neurologically, your body says, I don't like it, can't use it, don't want it. So now you can't perform or produce the way you want to anatomically. So neurologically, I'm going to put it throughout your body as weak. And that causes depression from a nutritional standpoint.
Wow.
Okay.
We'll get asked that.
I was gonna say, like, some people almost use it as to where if they're going through things or issues or stressful that they cope with, sometimes they'll eat to cope with the depression. And for me, I've seen things to where even when I've gone through certain storms, how do you cope with the situation? Are you working on yourself, or are you trying to compromise the situation to where I can eat this food, I can drink, I can smoke, I can do all these things,
Right.
but at the end of the day, once it all wears off, I still feel the same way that I did the day before.
Absolutely.
And then you start getting that cycle of, an addiction where my tolerance builds up. Okay, I need to smoke more. I need to drink more. I need to do this. Or the other alternative is to love yourself, know what your weaknesses are, and then now, okay, you know what? Let me change my whole lifestyle. Because right now, I see that I have all these holes in me. I have all these issues from my past I haven't dealt with. Let me start with a plan from number 1, loving myself. Number 2, eating better. Number 3, getting my mind right, spiritually right. And once you balance all those things out, your lifestyle completely changes. Because if you put one too much into one versus the other, it's an off balance. And now your body, you might be spiritually invested, but you're not eating right. You might be eating right, but your spirit is not there. It's not where it needs to be. So in the end, for me, I've done things to where I've seen how my father was athletic, my mother was athletic, and for me, it helped me cope with stress or certain things that I was dealing with in my life. And I ain't gonna lie, I do have good genes, because not till after 40, my metabolism was extremely high. And you see me eat on a regular basis to where I remember when I was younger, I could eat like 2 whole pizzas like it was nothing, and still burn it off and still have a 6-pack and everything. And not to say my marriage hadn't affected me, but before we were married, I would go to the gym 6 times a week, and I was working 14 hours a day, so I would wake up from 6 to 11, 7 days a week, workout, then go work from like 11 to 12 midnight, and I was just caught in my own little cycle or loop to where that's how I would deal with the stress and the situation, which some people, if they're going through something, usually do invest themselves in the work or just in their profession to get their mind off of it. And for me, once I got out of the storm, once we got married, then I was in a state of bliss when I was like, oh, you know what? I don't need to work out anymore. I can just enjoy my life, do whatever. And now this is possibly the end result of what happens in the marriage, the honeymoon phase, which I ain't gonna lie, I can't tell the difference between honeymoon phase and marriage because I'm happy every day.
I can't either. I'm still. He be killing me with that.
But I will need to get my body right, because even though you love me for who I am, I need to still be like, okay, I know you love me, but let me start getting back into, I don't want to lose this and just walk around the house, t-shirt or tank top on, you like, ooh, bang, your belly kind of hanging over your belly a little bit. But, in my mindset, it was a mindset thing and an investment, and also for my kids, because what's the sense of me eating bad, dying at an early age if I can't live around and see my grandkids?
That's true.
Right. So, Miss Jabbar, have you ever just been out with your friends and you're like, oh, I have this whole day planned out, or I'm out with myself and I got this list of tasks I have to do, and then you go eat and you're like, I just want to go home and lay down. Or you're out at your mom's house, she cooked this meal, and you're like, I'm finna go lay on this sofa.
Yep.
It's a wrap.
All my life.
Your whole life,
My
right? Right. So have you, does food affect you? Have you been somewhere and you're like, that was either too good or that was horrible and I feel bad now? Sometimes you eat something and it totally, you're like, okay, that my stomach, that ain't right, and I need to go do something about that, right? It affects your whole equilibrium, your body, like.
Your body will tell you what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like your body will tell you absolutely. Like your body's
food.
If you listen to it, you're like,
listen
oh,
to
maybe
it will.
I eat this anymore.
Right.
Because I've had food poison a few times.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's so not fun. And it's like just normal things, like pancakes and fried chicken or things like that. And your body is just like, oh, nope, you can't do it. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like it'll be one bite and your body's like, nope.
Right.
It'll automatically stop.
And
It'll let
that's
you
crazy.
know.
Yeah. So there's some things that we can do to make sure that does not happen. So your body says, statistics say, nutritionists say, don't banish carbs. Choose the smart ones.
I'll go with that.
They're good carbs, right? I eat all the bad ones.
Most of us do.
Most of us do, right? So there's good ones. So there's ones that have vitamins. There's some that are good for our brain. Some of them have there are some that have what are called mood regulators.
Right.
Holly, Ryan.
Right.
Okay, some of them boost the smarts in us.
They
They
do.
have vitamins.
Right.
They serotonin, right?
Yes.
It has serotonin. I'm reading all these big words, you guys. Trust me, I'm reading because I wasn't going to remember any of this. They have vitamin B. They have vitamin D. Holly, what are some of those? Brussels sprouts are good foods. Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, broccoli,
All
Celery.
all
The
greens
Okay.
are good for you because of one fiber,
Okay.
iron, vitamin E.
Okay.
They're now let me say something too because I think we have to be very conscious of something as
Okay.
well. And when I was getting my nutrition certificate, one of the things they taught us was the alphabet,
Okay.
the nutritional alphabet. And a lot of times we don't know the nutritional alphabet and we don't know what the alphabets mean. And I encourage everybody to go and look at the nutritional alphabet.
We don't want to.
You know, and I get it. But here's the crazy thing.
That's no fun.
But here's the thing though. So think about it like this, and I'm gonna talk to everybody's heard of the keto diet.
Yes.
Okay. Let me explain something to you. When I was bodybuilding the first time, I was on a keto diet. But here's what I ate every single day. It's gonna blow your mind. I ate a pizza every single day. Watch this now. But I took the meat and the cheese off the pizza and threw the bread in the trash. Because I know the nutritional alphabet.
That's the part I like is the bread and the
Right.
sauce.
So now you're talking. Now that's where the conversation comes in about simple and complex carbs.
Okay.
Okay. Because your body only takes. I may be off on this, but about 0.75 grams of carbs per pound of body weight.
That's way too much
So
information.
the thing about well, I'm saying that because most of the people that are slim and trim, most of them are in their younger years.
Okay.
If they are in their older years and they're slim and trim, they count carbs.
Got it.
They got to. You have to regulate carbs.
Got it.
So I really encourage everybody to go look at the nutritional alphabet.
Okay.
You'd be surprised by even eating McDonald's how nutritional choices you can make nutritionally if you knew what it was. If you knew that, oh, you know what, that has more magnesium in it than zinc. Or that has more simple carbs and complex carbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you knew that, you could eat a cheeseburger, but take the bread off, take the cheese off, and then just eat the meat and just have them put lettuce around.
Yeah, 'cause you
Okay.
know nutritional value versus
Bingo. Bingo. And it's just as, tasty as, because that's what.
Is it?
Well, yeah, because when I went,
Is it though?
when I used to go to McDonald's, I never, and my wife can vouch for this, I never ate as good as the TV showed you should. I always ate what was in my realm.
Right.
So I had kids, so I was not going to stay away from McDonald's. It wasn't going to happen. So, and my daughter gets offended when she says, "Oh, I want a 6-piece nugget Happy Meal." Dad, what do you mean? You're just going to drink some water? You're not going to eat with me? No, how dare you? So I have to eat with her. So I had to learn how to eat, but still eat correctly. So I had to learn things. And the problem is, and I hate to say this, is we don't like learning things that's going to cause us a little bit more time and things like that. I used to eat this, real talk. I used to eat a Texas home style burger, all the condiments on it, except the bread. And I said, put extra lettuce on it. Okay? Or put extra mustard on it, because mustard is, believe it or not, is acidious, but it's also, it works like a salt peel.
Yeah.
It extracts water, which makes you leaner.
Right.
Okay? Onions, acidious, extracts water, makes you leaner. So if you know that, you can still go to McDonald's. If you're gonna eat fries, I ain't mad at you, but just tell them to give you a small without the salt.
Yeah, because I've taken mustard before, because even mustard is an anti-inflammatory.
It surely is.
If you have like lactic acid,
Yes.
or you're hurting, I know mustard, and the crazy thing is
Ketchup.
cayenne pepper. You can drink that. Like people have that cayenne pepper diet when they drink cayenne
Yeah, that's
pepper,
right.
lemon juice, and maple syrup, where the maple syrup is the protein, the cayenne pepper helps with the anti-inflammatory, and you have so much calories that your body needs per day, where in the beginning, you're going to go through that withdrawal symptom in the beginning. But as you go over about a week, your body gets so adjusted to the calorie intake and you functioning, you can't necessarily work out as much as you normally would, but your body starts to change. And sometimes you do like our boy David Goggins.
Yeah.
He stresses out to where he had to tell his body what to do versus your body telling you what to do.
That's a
Right.
cold
It's
blooded
almost
dude
like
right
your
there.
mindset is like, okay, we in control. Your body's like, no, I need that burger. No, I need that ice cream.
Mind,
Yeah.
your
Mind
mind.
over body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a few other things before we go to a commercial break. Eat more omega-3 fatty acids.
Please do.
Yeah.
Eat more omega-3.
Jesus.
Is that fish? Is that fish have
Fish
a lot
is
of
an omega-3,
omega-3s?
yeah.
Okay.
Fish.
Please eat more
That's
omega 3s.
salmon.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
catfish because you know.
Well, catfish has
Fish.
omega
But
3s.
does it have as much as salmon?
Well, the problem with catfish is it has a lot of fat,
okay.
and it's horrible.
Got it.
Yeah.
Eat a balanced breakfast. That's the meal that most of us just totally
Love
skip
breakfast.
through.
Yeah.
Love
Right?
that.
Okay. But you eat breakfast for dinner. Right?
No,
I love
no,
eating. You can't
no.
eat breakfast for dinner?
Well, here's the deal. You can call it breakfast for dinner, but all
Right.
you're eating is dinner.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
makes sense.
But
That
I thought the part about eating breakfast is the eggs, because that has a lot.
Well, you can
of
eat eggs whenever you
protein,
want.
right?
Well,
Okay. But you need to eat breakfast for breakfast, is what.
Right.
Okay.
And you can call it, and maybe my mind is switched on it because this is truly, oh my God. When you get into understanding food, you just eat food. You can call it breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever you want, but you eat based on what you're trying to accomplish with your body.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly.
And I think you're saying eat breakfast because you just need to eat early in the morning to get your
Oh, just eat food.
metabolism to
Yeah,
start.
just to get fuel in the tank. So if you're gonna start burning calories during the day and get your mind, because your mind needs so much calories.
That's
to
true, too.
function correctly.
Right.
So if you start off before a test, they'll tell you usually eat a breakfast. because
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you
And-
take the test, you'll be sluggish and then you don't feel as good.
And another thing you have to understand is you're replenishing what the body has used throughout the night. When you go to sleep, remind you, your body is operating at rest. It's trying to recover. It's trying to rebuild, regenerate. So it's using calories to do that.
Got it.
So when you wake up in the morning, guess what? You're forcing. That's why people do intermittent fasting.
Okay.
Because you're forcing your body, but that's normally for spiritual. But psychologically and nutritionally, you need to eat because your body, you're saying, body, I want to get up and I want to start burning calories, where your mind is saying, what calories are we burning?
Yeah,
Right.
there's nothing.
There's
here.
nothing
Right,
there.
yeah.
So you have to
Empty.
replace that because I'm on negative because remember that big old meal you ate 2 days ago? I just used the last of that.
Yeah, it's gone.
Running
It's
on
gone.
fumes.
So I need you to do it. So
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Get enough vitamin D. I have not drank milk in about 30 years, so I'm not a milk drinker. So make sure you get in vitamin D. Don't overdo caffeine. Are you a caffeine girl?
I'm doing better now.
You know
I
what?
have 2 cups every day.
You know what? I'm with you on this. I hate having this subject, this talk, and I'm a nutritionist. I hate this, but because you get too passionate about it. Vitamin D, all you have to do is spend 30 minutes or more a day time outside. You'll get the sufficient amount of vitamin D.
Or you eat what you don't like is mushrooms.
I'm not eating
Ew,
that.
no.
But I'll stay outside. I got kids. I'll be
I
outside.
get it.
Yeah, I'll be outside.
Yeah.
The second thing is when you're talking about what were we just talking about?
Caffeine.
Caffeine. I work out. I don't take pre-workout.
Okay.
So I drink caffeine. Okay, because caffeine is a big diuretic.
Yes.
And for me that works well. So
What about you?
I was gonna say now though they got pre-workouts that have no stimulants.
I know, bro.
Taking out, but you can't find them because they natural caffeine.
My wife got those things, man. She be coming over there. I can't stand them. Don't have no stimulus. You know better than that, man.
I
Come
mean,
on.
it boosts up natural energy.
I don't want natural
and
energy.
I've taken it because
I want the crack.
You had the regular pre-workout, and only thing I hate about caffeine is that it changed your pH balance
Well,
and the
Yeah.
alkaline level. So
It does.
that caffeine
It's all right. Drink water.
changes it. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to do it, but then my tolerance built up, and now I gotta switch to a new product.
You need that
a
crack.
higher level.
You need
And I'm
that
just-
crack. That's
that
what you
pump,
need.
I'm just like going and going and going. And she
You
used
need
to
that
see me when I used to
C4.
come from working out, and I just be like pump and going, and I give her the pill, and now she moving around the house getting that boost of energy. Because I get so addicted to where I would take the pill or pre-workout just to clean the house, and now she looking at me
You ain't
like.
supposed to. Bro.
With all this stuff.
That's a habit, bro.
Yeah.
That's a habit, bro.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after the show.
Just a little bit. I know.
That's a habit, bro.
So Dallas, there's a few places you can go to be fit and have fun.
Okay.
So Miss Jabbar found a few places for us that we can go here in Dallas. So she suggests trails. That's a few places. Bachman Lake. So you can go to Bachman. They have these phenomenal trails. Hike and bike.
I can back around.
Walking. You can take the kiddos, sit by the lake. You can have a picnic, take your music, just hang out, and then you have Lake Cliff Park.
Yes.
Right, so that's right in Oak Cliff. That's over kind of close to our house by Methodist Hospital. That you can fish.
Yep.
You can.
You
Yes.
can. We just saw that you can fish there.
Yep.
So this is a nice little place to go free. Okay, grab a picnic basket, take your blanket, put your tennis shoes on, get some music. Nice trails here in Dallas, both of them. Just to go, just hang out for the day. Don't go today. It's hot. It's hot outside. It's a little toasty here today, but that's only because it's hot outside. We're up under these lights, looking good for y'all. So, two places, Bachman Lake and Lake Cliff Park. We're going to take a break. But before we do, question for you. What do you eat that puts you out? What is it that you eat? Let me tell you, my thing is Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh yes.
Okay, Thanksgiving.
It's supposed to.
It's supposed to.
Come on,
But let
man.
me tell you, when I was young, when I was younger, you go to other people's house and you pack up a plate. You be like, ooh, thank y'all.
Right.
Good seeing y'all, fam. I can't wait to see you next year. But then you get older and people want to come to your house, and they're like, we come to your house. I'm like, because guess what?
You don't
Once
cook
I
enough
finish
food.
eating, I want y'all to get out, right? Because you be wanting to go to sleep, and then
better
people want to
watch
still.
that Cowboys.
Yeah, they want to watch a
got the itis.
Cowboy game.
Yeah.
Then they want to get the itis on your sofa. You be like, no.
That's why when I go to my aunt's house, she don't be cooking that much. Now you just told me when I go to your house, you don't be cooking because you want to get out.
Yeah, get out, right? So my thing that I eat is Thanksgiving dinner, the sweet potatoes with the candy yams and the turkey and the ham. What do you eat that give you the itis? Let us know. Chime in. Let us know, and we'll see you, and we'll talk about it when we get back.
Once again, everybody, I want to thank you guys for joining us on Dallas Confidential TV, man. We can't do this without you. So listen, if you want to be a blessing and you want to support Dallas Confidential TV, you can do so via Cash App at Dallas Confidential TV. Listen, we need your support because we want to make sure that we go global. So anything that you can do to help us move to the next level, we want you to partner with us. I want to give a shout out to a couple of sponsors. Rescue Me Podcast from our very own Don Russell, where discussing everyday relationship pitfalls to survive and thrive today's times. Catch it on Google Play Music, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Also, want to give a shout out to Bishop Chronicles Podcast each and every Monday at 11 a.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube, where we talk about everything from religion all the way to what's happening because of religion. But we want you to watch it because it's with a twist. Also, want to give a shout out to Fitting Statements Creative Gear to rep your career. Listen, I just got a wonderful shirt made that called Entrepreneurologist. Yes, I came up with that, but I want to thank Fitting Statements for making this shirt. And I'm so excited about the Father's Day discount that they're going to be giving me because of that shirt. Make sure that you make your order and put your order out there soon. I want to give a shout out to one of our other co-hosts, Shook's Pillow Talk, every Thursday at 7 p.m. on Fishbowl Network, where they talk about everything that's in the bedroom. Also, want to give a shout out to the one that is responsible for all of our graphics, all of our designs, all of our videos, all of our promo material, JSE Productions, graphic design, 214-916-8657, where the owner and operator is Miss Sophia Edwards. Listen, I thank them. You can get pricing and quotes at JSE Productions at mail.com. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to WPS Studios for making all of this possible. Dr. Vernell Warren, where if you need anything as it pertains to filming, visualization, these guys will take care of you guys over at 900 East Beltline Road, DeSoto, Texas. And also, Miss Ebony Thomas over at the Team of Money Changers. Listen, if you have a business and you are looking to take that business to another level, get in touch with Miss Ebony Thomas on Facebook at Ebony Money Coach Thomas and the Team of Money Coaches. Back to you, Doug.
Thank you very much, Holly. So, Miss Jabbar, what exactly do you eat that puts you out? Is it a ribeye? It could be some candy.
Oh no, candy! I don't crash
Is it a
on
mimosa
candy.
on Sunday?
Yeah,
It's a
well,
Sunday brunch.
Don't tell my business friends. But usually it's
She said mimosa.
It's just us
give me
VIPs.
about 2 or 3 of those, and I'm like, okay, I'm take a nap now.
Yeah.
Get some brunch and a few mimosas in me. I'm ready to take a nap.
Right.
I'm out.
Right after at church, and you go to
Yes.
brunch.
Yes.
It's a wrap.
It's over.
It's over, right? What is it for you? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's brunch and Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Brunch and
brunch.
Thanksgiving.
What you got, Mr. Russell?
For me, it's anything that's fried. Like
Oh,
catfish,
yes.
catfish nuggets,
Oh, yes.
catfish, shrimp. Anything that's fried puts me to sleep real quick because it tastes so good. And my thing was I never knew about portion control, so I would eat to get full
And keep
not-
eating and keep
eating and
eating. Right.
And I would say Thanksgiving too, because dressing and giblet gravy probably puts me out like it's nothing.
You say giblet gravy. I say giblet gravy. What do y'all call it? You say giblet or giblet, whatever.
I'm from
Either
the
one.
country.
Both.
I'm from the country, so it's giblet.
You
Yeah,
say giblet?
giblet,
I say giblet.
I know my.
I'm from
grandma's
LA.
the
We
country.
say giblet.
Y'all are proper.
You say giblet?
LA's both. I do
Okay.
both.
Y'all
Holly, what you
pronounce
got?
all the syllables.
What you got, Holly? What do you call it? What you got? What's your meal? What's your meal that puts you out over there? Vegan.
I ain't eating
and
vegan
eat
food.
all
I promise
day.
you. I ain't vegan in nothing all day.
You like Miss Holly Mays? is
Listen,
vegan.
you know what? To be honest with you, anything I eat, because I eat a lot. I eat an exorbitant amount because I move a lot. I really do. My caloric intake is probably well over 4,000. So
It's supposed to be 1,500.
no, it's not actually. That's
For small people.
you know, it's not. It's not. I mean, well, that's another topic. Anyway,
Don't stick to script.
but you know what, man? I'm ready to. If I get still, and I get this from my daddy and my uncle and my granddaddy. If I sit still long enough, I can eat a bologna sandwich, and I'm out.
Right.
Real talk.
Right.
Because I do so much, and you use so much. It's just.
You're constantly moving. You already
Yeah,
hurting.
everything is the itis. Everything
Yeah.
is the itis to me. I sit there with little baby, and we eat nugget Happy Meals,
Yep.
and she like, "Daddy, wake up."
Yeah,
My bad.
She
My bad.
has a little too many cat nap, but you out for hours.
Out. So any food, it's no particular. It can be healthy food. It can be. It don't matter, man. If I eat a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so let's weigh 5 weight loss methods. Okay, so let's talk about it. What's the best way to lose weight these days? You know, because some people, my husband, he can fast for 2 days and lose 25 pounds, right? And since I've turned 5 over 40, that's just not working for me, right? That's just not working. Let me just let you know, Miss Jazzy, when you hit 40, it don't work like it
A
did
lot of
at
stuff
30.
go on.
Yes.
Things change.
A lot of stuff go on.
Things change, right? So, 5 ways to lose weight. It doesn't work for everybody, so don't be like, well, Dawn said. No, Dawn didn't say that. Dawn said these are 5 different ways you can attempt to lose weight, right? So, Holly and Ryan, one of the ways some people say is acupuncture, right? Haven't tried it, but they say that works, right? Do you know anyone that's tried that?
Go ahead and give me the
acupuncture
5
way?
you got. Give me the 5
Okay,
you got.
I don't want to tell you
You got
all
to.
5.
Because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you
Fine.
why. Because some are. It depends on what range or region of people you talking about.
I thought you were gonna say which race
Like
of
those
people.
instincts.
That too.
Right.
That too, because I've been in the fitness industry and the health industry for over 20 years, and acupuncture, kill it.
Is that a no?
That's a no. Okay, and I,
Everybody or for us?
period. Let me explain you why.
I think it don't
And-
work for like Filipino and Korean.
well, once again, let me help you with this. Let me help you with this. That's so just.
You did it. Don't blame me.
Listen,
I
let me
didn't
say
that.
this. Let me
I
say
didn't
this.
do it.
And let's talk. And y'all knew I was gonna do this because I prepped y'all for this. Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. I don't want to deal with hypothetical when it comes to this.
This
Let's
Holly
talk
and Ryan show.
this facts. Okay. If 5 things to lose weight. Now you know what? Go ahead and read your 5.
I cannot. Holly.
We'll come back.
Okay. So they say,
Acupuncture,
Miss
yeah.
Jabbar, that acupuncture is the way to lose weight, and that you can reduce insulin because both insulin and leptin are appetite regulating hormones that play a role in long-term weight loss. And that by getting acupuncture by laying calmly on a table in a soothing position for
Acupuncture
a
hurt.
certain amount of time. In your back it hurts? I thought you couldn't feel those little
Man, it's
pins
just
that they
pressure.
Let me put a pin in your back. See what
Right.
you got.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Let me put a pin in your
We
back.
get tattoos all the time. And
No, you get tattoos and they're done.
That part.
Yeah, you get tattoos and then it's
Also,
done.
when they put it in there,
They
you can
leave it
still
in
feel
there.
that after. I thought just that one little
So I've had acupuncture 3 times in my
Okay.
life, 3 times, and when you first get it done, it does hurt because but after a while, the skin has sensors, receptor sensors in it.
Right.
And it can begin to become accustomed. You don't get acupuncture, it's just like a massage. You don't get a massage one time and then think that's it. You got to keep going back.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the thing about it. Just like a massage, the first time you do a massage, it's going to feel excruciating. But if you keep going back, it'll loosen all those muscle
Or it
spindles
feels
and fibers.
phenomenal.
No, it depends on the deep
Nah.
tissue or
Yeah, that is true.
If you got muscle spindles and muscle fibers that are tightened,
They gotta keep
nah,
that
it ain't
is
gonna
true.
feel
That is
phenomenal.
true.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. No, but acupuncture is not a method commonly used by Americans to lose weight. It's just not. Let me say it that way. It's not. One, because it's not sustainable.
Okay.
Okay, that's first of all. Number 2, it's not appealing. Okay, and number 3, it's not systematic. Okay,
And what's the cost of it? They didn't tell me that part.
that's another thing.
Right. I
Okay,
don't know what
it
the
could
cost
get up
is.
there. It
does,
could get up
okay.
there.
Okay, VIPs, if any of you have tried acupuncture as a weight loss method, please chime in. Any of us, let us know. Did it work? Did it last? Did it hurt? You know, how did you have
How'd it
to
feel? What was your
change
experience?
Yeah, what was your experience? Let us know.
Yeah.
That was just one of the 5 ways.
Yeah, because I'm curious because I was about to have an acupuncture appointment, so now I'm
Not for no weight loss, I hope.
Tell me that.
When I was going to the Madoma for the
Oh yeah, but Ryan's doing that for like.
Yeah, it ain't for no weight loss.
No, it's not
No,
for
no,
weight
that's
loss.
Oh, we talking about for weight loss. I know for a fact.
That don't
Yeah.
work.
None of my clients better not come to me tell me, oh, you know what? I'm thinking about going to weight loss and
Oh,
do
no.
acupuncture.
If they tell you that
You're
you may want
fired.
to get they might say
You're
you're
fired.
fired. They're basically telling you you're
No,
fired.
they ain't gonna tell me. I'm telling they fired.
yeah, because this is for pain, so it's like to help.
I think they're firing him.
Right.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh wow.
Okay, moving on. Okay,
What?
the second way is gastric bypass, i.e., gastric sleeve. And I'm not saying i.e. they're the same thing. Like gastric
They are.
bypass and or gastric sleeve.
They
So
about to say.
okay, so you know anyone that's done gastric bypass, gastric sleeve?
Yes, I have known a few people that have done it, and it's usually only for people that are overtly obese.
Yeah.
It's not for somebody that's only like 200 pounds and needs to lose 25 pounds. These are for people that are like
Say that again.
Yeah,
Please say it again.
200
that
only
need
need to lose 25.
Yeah.
These are for people that are like 300-400 pounds needed to lose
Yeah.
hundreds.
Morbidly
Yeah.
Morbidly obese.
Yeah.
So that's not like a go-to. Like
Yeah.
if they're of course morbidly obese, and that's like one of the best options. Of course, do
They ain't
that.
got no choice.
Yeah, they have
they
to.
about to
But
die.
sometimes people are 400 or 500 pounds, and all they have to do is one of the next things you're gonna say, maybe like exercise.
I bet you that's the last
All
one.
right, it's like
I bet you that's the last one.
So you know someone that's done it and it's been successful and sustainable. Because I've known people that's done it and they did not sustain it.
that's true. Yeah,
So-
they had it, and I've known people that have had it multiple times.
There
Because,
you go.
Yeah, they've had it
Yeah.
2 to 3 times because they get back in those old habits.
Cause there
and
you
then-
go. Because they looking cute in these streets.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So they look cute and they're going out to restaurants and then they end up popping that band.
or sleeve.
Yes,
You
that's
ain't
what
talking
they've
about
done.
money band.
No.
No.
No, yeah, they not.
No,
no.
they
Well,
not
they
doing
are
that at all.
doing that and end up doing that.
Doing right.
And end up having to go back.
Good
So,
concept.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I know. What
Yes.
about you? You know anybody that's had it?
I don't, but that show we watched with the Indian
We watched
doctor
the
in
600-pound
Houston.
life. I love him. Oh my god, he is so hilarious. He be totally shaming these people, making them.
You talking about the doctor?
Yeah.
That doctor.
Oh,
Like, oh, itself.
Show Jazzy, you have to watch
Man.
it. He is
Hey,
hilarious.
listen.
He go hard. on
That dude, I would be 195 pounds with that doctor because that doctor would make me feel so bad about my little
Right,
weight.
right. We don't even watch the
My wife
600-pound
watches it.
life
She
about
loves
the
that show.
people.
Right.
We
Oh,
only
my
watch
God.
it for him.
Yeah.
He is hilarious.
He's
He's
like,
oh my
don't stop
God.
eating, you're gonna
What?
die.
What?
That's what he said.
Where are we on? Number 2?
We're number 2.
Number 2.
Go ahead and do 3, 4, and 5. For real.
I was like, look, I don't got time for
No,
this.
because we only got an
Okay.
hour show.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Okay, number 3, dieting programs. Gnome, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem.
Okay.
Do you know anybody that's tried those? Have it's been sustainable? Oprah says it works. Now we know how many times Oprah.
We're gonna
Done
go by
it.
Oprah.
Right,
We're gonna go with Oprah.
Oprah.
We're right, like
Is that what we're gonna do?
Oprah getting a check.
Oprah getting a
Oprah
check.
got a few checks.
Oprah
She
getting
got
a
a
check.
check.
Oprah got a
Oprah
few
writing
checks.
checks.
Right.
So we're not gonna go with Oprah.
So dieting programs right now they're saying today, because how many times has there been a different best dieting program?
Right.
But number one today is the Mediterranean diet. Holly, Ryan, have you tried the Mediterranean diet?
I don't want to go. I don't want to go into detail on it because the extent of the show, but
Okay. Okay.
it has its promises.
Pluses.
It
Okay.
does. It does.
So number one today is Mediterranean. Number two is the DASH diet. Never heard of it. And
Yeah, I
number
wouldn't
three
do
is
that.
the flexitarian diet.
I'm going to listen. Let me tell you something. And listen, let me say this. All those diets you just are for white people. Don't look at me crazy because I got
I
white
never
clients.
heard of them before.
They white people diet. They white or Asian people diet.
Okay.
Okay? Don't look at me crazy. Because if I'm lying, talk to me now. I've been doing this too long. Because when you start talking to black people and start talking to Hispanics, you start saying things like keto.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying? You start saying that stuff. You start using those terms because that's closer to what we want to do anyway.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Number four is Weight Watchers. So Oprah moving up.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I ain't doing it.
number four, not number four for the diets, but the fourth method that we are suggesting is shots, pills, and shakes. I've tried Herbalife. I loved Herbalife.
Crap.
That caramel banana, I love that one. Amy Rochelle, I'm coming to get my caramel banana. That worked for me. I loved Herbalife.
Yeah.
Okay, how didn't like it?
Well,
What do you think?
Oh, we got like
Jay?
3 minutes.
I got it. I like the shots that the vitamin shots that they put in you.
I'm not. You ain't shooting me with nothing.
Right, I don't want
The vitamin, the B12 shots.
Oh,
Yeah,
energy.
for energy.
I don't need that for
Yes.
energy. I'll just eat better.
Okay. Holly just way too disciplined for me. I tried
I'm
the
not.
shot. I am a cheat my way to the top, girl. I've
If
had
you want
them
shots,
go
let me give you some
and
steroids.
burn.
Let's just do steroids then.
No,
You gonna cheat your? That's the
I'm
Ryan.
not cheating my way
Is that
down.
not cheating your way to the
I
top?
mean, it's cheating,
Not
but
like
it got
that.
some adverse effects.
No.
downstairs.
But she'll be at the top.
Yeah,
No.
you be like,
I won't be that close to the top.
Her liver will be gone. Her kidneys will be gone.
I ain't trying to
want
meet
that.
Jesus.
Right.
Okay, I ain't trying to get that close.
Well,
You
get
don't want that
at least
to
get to
go.
David or Moses. I mean, just
No,
like.
stop. No.
I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry.
And last, to appease my co-host,
Exercise.
regular old exercise regimen.
Wait, is that 5 or is that 1?
That's number
That's
to
number
me. That's
five.
number 5.
That's number, yeah, because people always.
But what
go
is it? Is it
through
number 5?
Yes, that's what we
Number
go
five.
to after we try
Everything. I'm like, well, I guess I'll do. I guess I'll get up off this couch.
You know what? I'll go get me a treadmill and walk on
Right.
the treadmill.
I've been taking these Garcinia
Gambolia,
yeah.
Garcinia.
Yeah.
Are you
We tried
serious
all
right
that.
now?
That's number 5. When everything else fails, when the band pop,
You're like,
when the
needles
when Herbalife,
keep
when the
hurting too
needles,
much.
when the
You done punched
don't
everything.
work,
It's like everything don't work. Okay, I'm going.
when the
to work.
insurance stop paying.
Right.
Now, when the doctor tell you got 6, hey, listen, if you don't do this, you're gonna die.
Yeah, then we just get on the treadmill.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
all
you
we're
know
gonna
what,
do.
let me
And-
go
And
ahead.
watch our phone on treadmill. Girl, okay, all right.
Because I do herbs and workout.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I got so much to say on this subject. This like y'all, this is no.
penny for
Okay.
next season.
I know. VIPs, Holly is about to kill me. This is my question to you. What program or process have you used? Tell us the ones that worked, okay? Don't tell us the ones that don't, because Holly gonna kill us. Let us know which ones you've used that did work. Was it just a regular old workout, just the foot hitting the cement? Was it getting
That
a
worked
great trainer and just literally just getting out there and doing it? Changing your diet was a combination. Did you do the gastric bypass and it really actually worked for you?
Right.
Let us know, because comments that you leave on our page, other VIPs can see those. So what worked for you? As you're letting us know that, we're going to do our final thoughts. Final thoughts on the show. Let us know, Mr. Burr. What do you think? Health versus wealth. Which one is more important to you?
Health is always the most important because money comes and goes, but once you're gone, you're gone.
Shit.
So
Important.
your health and your body is your temple, and you need to take care of that. Numero uno.
Right.
Right. Ryan?
My final thought is that it is health versus wealth, because with my health and me feeling good and appreciating myself, no matter how much money you have, you can still be unhappy. But if you're healthy, you got energy, you love yourself, sometimes it don't matter how much money you have, it matters about those around you that you can still be around to enjoy.
Right.
And that money can never buy that. And I would say for me, I have said I will take on this challenge of within the next 30 days, I'm gonna do number 4 and number 5. And by the end of this month, I'll probably lose at least 25 pounds.
I don't want him
Must
to
be
lose
nice.
25 pounds.
It's gonna
I
take me
think
8
he
months.
looks fine just the way he looks. I don't want you to
Aw.
lose 25 pounds, but that's his choice. I gotta support him, right? Holly, final thoughts about the show, health versus wealth.
Yeah, health. I mean, obviously. Listen, you can have, like you said, you can have all the money in the world, but that stuff, you know, I know a lot of rich people with diabetes and high blood pressure, you know, and it may look good for a time, but it always fades away, you know. And I'm gonna say this just because it's just a field that I've been in for a long time. Weight loss is good. Body fat percentage loss is better. Don't get so encompassed with saying I'm gonna lose 20 pounds, because you can lose 20 pounds and still have high blood pressure. So please make sure that when you're incorporating your weight loss, make sure you're incorporating body fat loss as well, and muscle gain. If you can't regulate those, get in touch with get in touch with the show, and I have a chart, I have a system that's, you know, proven by the Cooper Institute, which is where I got my certification from. And I'm telling you, I could help you regulate that. But don't get so fascinated by losing weight, because you can look good, but your body could be on death row.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Holly and Ryan both does fitness programs. Reach out to us on our Facebook page at Dallas Confidential TV if you would like to do a workout regimen with either one of these guys. They would love to partner with you and work out with you.
No, don't tell them that.
We put you through hell.
Okay.
Don't.
Just reach out to us if you or they would like to refer you to someone that could work out with you. I will tell you that Tal and Shazar said that happiness, not gold or prestige, is the ultimate currency. So for me, happiness means more than wealth. I will put Miss Jazzy found some other great locations that we can go and have a fit fun. Okay, so I will put them on our Dallas Confidential Facebook page today. Give me 10 minutes. It'll be up if you guys just want to get out, enjoy your day, have fun. No longer sheltering in place, but sheltering safely, right? So thank you for tuning in to Dallas Confidential this week. I will also have on our Facebook page what we'll be talking about next week, because I got to get off of here. Have safe fun today. Please stay covered. It is hot outside. This show does not work without you. We want to thank Miss Jazzy Jabbar for being here.
Thank you for
I
having
hope you
me.
enjoyed your time here. And hopefully she comes back and do another show with us. Thank you, Dallas VIPs. And have a great day.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye, y'all.
Bye.